Hi everybody and welcome to Social Studies in Less Than a Minute. We've been talking about Australian culture. So one of the things to talk about with Australian culture is holidays. And for the most part, a lot of Australian holidays are celebrated the same as American holidays. The difference with Christmas is that while it's still December 25th in Australia, because it's in the southern hemisphere, we're up here in the northern hemisphere, Australia is down here in the southern hemisphere. Because they are in the southern hemisphere, it's not winter when they have Christmas. It's actually the middle of their summer when they have Christmas. So Santa looks very different in Australia than he does up in the northern cold parts of North America versus down here in Australia where he actually is known to be surfing and all kinds of different stuff right before Christmas. And because of the time difference, they're way ahead of us. They're almost a day ahead of us in time differences. So there's different time zones throughout the world as you go around them. We're not all at the same time because when it's day in North America, it's night in Australia. So we're flip-flopped on schedule too, which made it really challenging when I was trying to call home and let my parents and family and friends know where I was or how I was doing when I was in Australia. I always had to calculate the time difference. So that is one tradition, the Christmas tradition in Australia. Another thing I wanted to let you know is that in Australia, rabbits are an invasive species. There were no original rabbits or bunnies of any kind in Australia when it was first discovered. In many years, there was no rabbits there. Settlers brought rabbits to try to curb some of the growth, but originally there were no rabbits in Australia. Rabbits became an invasive species to Australia. Why am I talking about an invasive species in Australia? Because I want to talk about Easter really quick. In Australia, kids do much of the same things that we do for our Easter, except for they don't have a Easter rabbit that brings them eggs. They have an Easter bilby. And a bilby is a native Australian animal that was known to bring their children eggs and hide candy for them on Easter. So one of those things that it's interesting to know is that even though we celebrate things the same, because of our culture and the things that we have in our area, our traditions might be slightly different. So that is your social studies culture moment right there.